Right, so I've just got off the back of my top 5 best characters in Disney Speedstorm. Today what we're going to do is the top 5 most needed buffs in Disney Speedstorm. And the first character we're going to talk about who really needs a buff, I think, is Daisy Duck. The newest character to join the game along with Minnie Mouse. I think Minnie was fantastic. I think Minnie is a great character. Daisy needs work. She needs something. She's in the Trickster class, which already is a pretty poor class to be in. It's not the best class in the game, and her unique skill is a worse version of Donald's. Get protection from one hit for a long period of time. If attacked, scream in anger for a brief period of time, dashing forward and stunning all opponents in a huge radius. And then instantly scream in anger for a brief period of time, dashing forward and stunning all opponents in a huge radius. I feel like very short, moderate. See, it never gets to a long amount of time. And I feel like just buffing the amount of time that she's like angry for would be a great way for the character to become to rise up in the meta, because Donald is already not great, and just making a worse version of that, because her stats aren't bad, so I don't think you need to buff her stats that much. I just think increase the amount of time that she's actually stunning for, and then you're golden. Because the defense is good, but it's just you're literally stunning for the people that are around you in that second, so you stun the person that hits you, and that's about it. And if you're anywhere, this is also useless if you're in first place. If you're in first place, if you're like way ahead, this ain't doing anything. The defense is the best way to go, because that way it defends against obstacles as well, and you don't really need to worry about dodging anything. But yeah, this is it's just a very mid skill, I think, for a character to come out surrounded by characters like Minnie Mouse, surrounded by characters like Stitch, characters like Gantu, Jumba. We're going to talk about Gantu later, but Jumba, characters that have like these really cool animations, really cool skills that are really useful. I think Daisy's just kind of lackluster surrounded by them, and you know, I would have hoped if Daisy would come out and be an echo of Donald. I would have hoped she would be better than Donald, or at least on par, not you know, completely awful, not just worse. I think next character we have to talk about is Captain Gantu, and it's unfortunate because this is the character that I was hoping would be great. This is a character that I was hoping would be amazing. I wanted this character to be really good, and his skill looks amazing. Like, the ship comes in, shoots down, looks amazing, but doesn't really have much use, really. The stun pods on the ground don't don't do that much damage. They don't stun that much. They're too far apart. It's very much like Bolu's skill, where it's just very easy to avoid. Running over it does make you invulnerable for a few minutes, but yeah, it's just not good. And then match that with pretty poor stats, and his stats are fairly similar to what Sully's and Pete's were at this level, at the star level as well. I think the only thing with them is because they have such good unique skills, and also the thing with a brawler lives and dies by their unique skill. Their ability to stun opponents, they live and die by that. And if you can't stun opponents often enough, then you're not doing great. And also his acceleration is not great. His acceleration is pretty bad. So it just takes a while for him to speed back up when he gets hit. Yeah, he does have invulnerability, but that's not great. It's not great invulnerability. But yeah, he's just very weak compared to the rest of the roster, or the rest of the Lilo and Stitch characters that came in. I did rag on Lilo a bit. I don't think she's as good. I don't think she's as bad as Gantu, actually. When I look at it now, I think Gantu just, because at least Lilo's fast. At least Lilo is fast. So she's got that on Gantu. Another character that I think, needs a bit of fine tuning is Hercules, because Hercules at the moment is like a jack of all trades, master of none. I think the thing that you do with Hercules to make him better is you make the tracking on this work. You make this like follow you in a weird way, where you're meant to stay in the trail, but you basically make it so that you can't really come out of the trail. I think at the moment it's just too sporadic. It will go in just random directions. So staying in it will fuck you over. And then not being in it, you won't be fast enough to get in front of anyone. So yeah, he's just very weird to play at the moment, and I hope, my fear with Aladdin is that Aladdin's going to come out and his skill is going to be similar to this, where his carpet's going to go in front of him and fly around in a sporadic direction like this. I hope that's not the case. I think I would rather Aladdin just have a skill where he throws like a couple apples in the air and it refills his boost gauge as he like eats the apples. I think that would be a cooler thing, or he gets on the carpet and you can control the carpet. I think that would be a lot cooler than what I visualize in my head, which is that skill, which is a pretty bad skill at the moment. I think Mulan needs something. Mulan needs something. I don't know what yet, but she needs a thing. Maybe a higher amount of projectiles, maybe this to boost you in the same way that Goofy and Buzz does, because this only stuns. This only fires backwards and stuns. This doesn't boost you. So that's the thing that's keeping her down. I think her stats are fine. Yeah, her handling is great, and her acceleration is insane, but top speed is low, and her combat stat for what her unique skill is too low. It's too low. So yeah, I think Mulan needs something. So what have we talked about? We've talked about Daisy, we've talked about Gantu, we've talked about Mulan and Hercules. We've got one more character to talk about, and I think that character is Meg. Meg needs top speed. Everything about her character is perfect apart from top speed. I think that's why she's like, if I could pick one character to get buffed today, tomorrow, it would definitely be Meg. I think character balance is a big thing this game is lacking. I think the characters at the top are only going to stay at the top, and the characters at the bottom are just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse as more characters come out that fit the meta that the game is in at the moment. Where I think Meg is really good is short races. I think she's really good in a short race. Like in something that's like one lap. Great. Activate a speed boost for a short period of time. Overtake other races to increase its duration. And then become intangible for a moderate period of time. And leave a trail that refills your boost. Boost bar when an opponent touches it. Simple enough. Simple enough, right? But she's just not fast enough at base to really make use of that. I think as the star levels go up, then that will be even better. But I think every character at 5-star is going to be great. Every character at 5-star, if you don't have any other 5 stars, they're going to look amazing. But you know, I think she just needs a bit of a buff to her top speed, and that will put her back into the meta. Because when the game came out, Meg was one of the characters that everyone loved. Everyone was like, yeah, Meg's a great character. She's like a premier character. Put all of your Hercules stuff into Meg, and that's still the case now. But she's dropped significantly. If I had any like, I didn't talk about Figment. If I have any like honorable mentions, I think Figment is definitely in need of something. He's the worst character in the game at the moment, but he's also not a character that I necessarily care about or want to see do any better. I think I want every character to be great, don't get me wrong, but Figment isn't a character I have much attachment to. But I think he's in desperate need of something, but even if he does, I don't think that'll make me play as him. Woody is in need of serious fine-tuning. I think at the moment he's just kind of bad. I think Bo Peep needs a bit of work as well. Lilo definitely needs something. Lilo I haven't even touched. There's an event for Lilo at the moment. Maybe as I get a bit more like use out of Lilo, I might take her up a bit more. I think Randall needs a bit of work. I think Mowgli needs something. Mowgli needs a complete overhaul. I think it's time we talked about Belle getting a buff, because she's been completely taken off of the board and off of the meta because of Jessie and what she does. I think Jack Sparrow needs something. Maybe Donald, Shang. Yeah, there's a lot of characters in the game that need a balance adjustment. Mickey as well. Mickey should be amazing in this game because he's like the mascot. Steamboat Mickey is great, but usual Mickey needs some work, needs some fine tuning. Beast as well, since he is like a character that I want to main. I would love to see him get something, but I think at the moment he's like a well-designed character. I don't think there's anything that he necessarily needs. Maybe just a bit more speed. Maybe he just needs a little bit more speed, a little bit more acceleration, maybe, and maybe a little bit more combat. Maybe just make the roar a little bit better. But yeah, I don't think there's anything much that you can do with Beast. Again, at 5-star, I can see him being amazing, but also getting to 5-star with especially the characters that aren't seasonal. With the starting roster, getting to 5-star is going to be a pain. But yeah, I think character balancing is something the game needs to really start doing. But if it buffs the characters that I mentioned in this video at all during season 5 or during season 4, or hopefully before the end of the year, because we're going into free to play soon, and if the meta is the same at the end of season 4 as it is now, there isn't going to be a game this time next year, because it's just so bad to go into a ranked multiplayer match and just have like 4 stitches and you're not able to even move. It's like you might as well, if you see four stitches, just go and make a cup of tea. You might as well. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I need to do a video talking about Season 3 in general. I think most of that video is going to be talking about character balance as well, because, again, Stitch has brought something into ranked multiplayer that we never wanted to see, and that's frustration. But yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to that eventually. Anyways, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Bye.